Everyone, welcome to Nutritional Facts Label Conversation. I just made that up. My name is Hector. I was asked by one of my challengers to actually help her and help everyone else on how to read labels when you go out shopping. It's one of probably the easiest things that you will ever learn once I explain it to you on how to do it. A lot of people think it's hard, but it's really not. Once I figured it out, it became so simple, so easy to do that it's a no-brainer. Now everywhere I go, I'm a nutritional fact label reader. So if you're gonna catch me there, I'm gonna be always staring at something. But I'm gonna get right to the point. So what do you look at? Grab anything in the house right now. Anything in the house. Grab a sauce. Grab anything that has a label on it. And so you can obviously understand what I'm going to be speaking to you about, and we're going to go through it one category at a time, and then we'll take it from there. So now I'm going to start with Victoria's low sodium sauce. Victoria's low sodium sauce. I'm sorry for the lighting. Perfect, the only spot that I can do it in, but I'll get closer so you can see it. If you have an item in your hand now, and if you don't, I'll give you 5 seconds to get one. Okay, perfect. All right, now, I want you to look at the top of the nutritional facts label. Where it says serving size, whatever is dictated there, that is what the rest of the numbers on the bottom, which is the fats, the cholesterols, the sodiums, the carbs, the sugars, the protein, that is the amount that you need to use in order for these numbers to qualify. So if you look at this one, this is a half a cup, okay? For a half a cup or serving, I'm going to get 4 grams of fat, 120 milligrams of sodium, which is very, very good, 5 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. Now that you got that part, that's the easy part. Now, calories are important if you're a person that counts calories. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health junkie. I'm not one of those, I'm not licensed in none of this. I'm explaining to you what worked for me. And I've been doing this for 3 years now, and it has worked for me, and it's very, very helpful to me. Now, everybody's different. I would honestly consult with a professional or someone in that nature so they can help you better understand where you belong. I'm just going to explain to you what I do. I don't count calories. I count only sodiums and sugars. That is my main focus. I can eat a million amount of food as long as I know that I'm controlling my sodium and sugar intake. Now, how do I do it, you ask? Great question. Now, on the sodiums, I keep it under 200 milligrams per serving per item. On the sugars, I keep it under 15 grams per serving per item. Now, this is the item, and the serving size is a half a cup. That's what I'm referring to, okay? This is the item, and the serving size is what I'm talking about. Now, your daily intake on sodium, if you're an inactive person, is 500 milligrams a day. And if you own adobo, guess what? Throw that out the window because you just exceeded it all. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole different conversation. If I had an adobo, I'll give you a whole session on adobo. But right now we're focusing on this one. Now, 500 milligrams for an inactive person, 2,000 milligrams for an active person. Now, I didn't know the sugar intake, but I researched it and I Googled it and I got the answer. Guys, Google has all the answers. There's people like you out there asking the same questions. Somebody that knows answered it. So do your homework, research, and you'll find out. Sugar intake for men should be 37.5 grams or 9 teaspoons. That's 150 calories. For women, It's 160 calories, 25 grams, or 6 teaspoons. Now, that's pretty simple numbers. Now, I say keep it under 15 grams because not everything you eat contains sugar. So you have to use your proper judgment on what to intake, on how to manage your sugar intake. That's very important. So now that we got that out of the way, now, how do I shop? When I go shopping, this is Victoria's low sodium, okay? Why am I showing you this? Because Victoria also has a line that is not low sodium. And the difference between this low sodium and the regular Victoria sauce is a 300 milligram difference. Go get your sauce and you know what I'm talking about. This one right here is 120 milligrams of sodium. The average sauce that you'll find out there is above 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving per half a cup. And I know a lot of you could empty one of these out when you're eating. I know that. You have to learn to obviously measure until you get the hang of it. It's very important that you understand that. It's very simple. It only takes 2 seconds to measure. It's not rocket science. Buy the measuring cups, buy the measuring spoons, the tablespoons, teaspoons, whatever. If you don't know it, go buy it. Get it. Alright? So that's the sauce. That's what I'm telling you. If you can see the low sodium, not all low sodiums are low as this. But I need you to understand that's how you're going to find out how to differentiate one from the other. Okay? The other one, broth, vegetable broth, chicken broth, any broth, whatever broth. Okay? This is the low sodium one. Okay? This is Pacifico. I get it at Stop and Shop. You could probably get it at Fairway. Pathmark, I believe, has them. I'm not sure. So, if you buy the regular vegetable broth, sodiums on those are, again, over 400 milligrams. This one in particular, it's only, serving size is 1 cup. 1 cup, if you can see. 1 cup. Sodium is 140. Sugar is 2 grams. Not bad. And protein, there's no protein. So, what did you just learn there? That the sodium is low. Above 200 per serving per item. It's very simple, guys. Very, very simple. I hope you're taking notes. You better be taking notes. Now, I'm going to show you a frozen item. A frozen item, guys. A lot of people say, man, I don't buy frozen items because they're full of salt. You're absolutely right. 100% agree with you. But you're going to find some that are not. Okay? I found this one. It's a Kirkland tilapias. Okay? I got them at Costco's. I'm not going to show you this because it's too big. I'm covering my face. It defeats the purpose. Now, the serving size for each tilapia is 4 ounces. 4 ounces. You got to get a measuring scale, guys. Very, very, just get it. It's like $10 at Bed Bath & Beyond. Listen, guys, I'm not trying to break your pockets. I'm trying to make life easier for you, okay? So the tilapia serving size is 4 ounces, okay? The sodium intake on this is 25 milligrams. 25 milligrams? Now, yes, meats, you have to monitor that as well. Why do I tell you that? Because when you are eating this, not only do you have to check the sodium on the meats and fish or whatever, but you also got to monitor what you're seasoning them with, okay? Because you're going to be adding to it. So now, if you eat quinoa, you eat rice, you eat beans, you eat chicken, you eat tilapia, you got to, that's a whole intake right there. That's why I'm telling you to monitor what you're putting in to these foods. Okay? I need you to understand that, because if you don't understand that, You're eating a whole plate and you're probably exceeding your whole daily intake in one meal. That's what you're trying to avoid right now. Let's focus on avoiding that, okay? So now this is 25 milligrams of sodium and 23 grams of protein. Amazing numbers, amazing numbers. And if you really like truly, look into it, you're gonna find there's a few things that you can find in the frozen aisle that are great, are as great as this. So, I mean, doesn't that make sense? And it comes with like variety of tilapias. I mean, if you buy tilapia fresh and all that stuff, it's gonna be pretty expensive. I'm not telling you not to buy, because I buy fresh stuff sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes I go frozen, and there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you monitor the sodium and sugars and sodium and stuff. Especially in frozen, is primarily salt, because it gives it a longer shelf life. But you understand what I'm going with that, okay? Now I'm gonna show you something that's in my refrigerator, and I'm throwing it out because obviously it doesn't belong there. So I'm gonna show you Chi-Chi's Fiesta. Why am I showing you this? Because this is probably the only thing in my refrigerator that's very high in sodium. Okay, for 2 tablespoons, 150 milligrams of sodium. 150 milligrams for 2 tablespoons, guys. And be honest with you, football Sunday, anything that you're watching, that you buy chips on movie night, are you really going to intake 2 tablespoons? Yeah, okay. Come on now. You're going to eat a lot more than that. Alright? Why am I telling you this? It's because I want you to learn how to read labels. I just showed you 150 milligrams for only 2 tablespoons. If you monitor that correctly, you will succeed. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Again, guys, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a health coach. What I'm speaking to you is from the heart, my experience, and what has worked for me. Use this as a tool for ideas for yourself. And I wish you the best of luck. And I wish you success, health, wealth, and happiness. And like I always say, is have a positive day. And always remember to have faith, not fear. God bless.